Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fourth installment of Sunday
Sunday
Stamping.
Stamping with Susan and Julie. It is Sunday, June 27th, and we're so glad you're joining us for some stamping this Sunday. So we just have a couple days left of the mini catalog. The January through June mini catalog ends on June 30th. So make sure that you get all of your favorites from this catalog before it goes away, because that'll be it. Some of the stamp sets and dies carry over, but like all the designer paper, a lot of the accessories and kits and things like that. And many of them are on sale up to 50% off. So just a few more days to take advantage of that. What are you going to miss the most from that catalog, Mom?
Yikes. I don't know. There's so much. I mean, some of my favorites are in fact carrying over, which just thrilled me to no end. So, what am I going to miss?
For me, it's the designer paper, like the Hydrangea Haven paper.
Yes.
Ice Cream Corner,
Absolutely.
but I know that's already sold out.
Yeah. I have like half a sheet left. But I have to put in a plug here because in just a few days, those of us who are demonstrators can pre-order from, and I don't have mine handy, the new upcoming July through December mini catalog. So if you're not a demonstrator, I'm going to do what Julie did. Why not? Because then you can order from the new catalog. So it's pretty exciting. I can't wait.
Exciting. Yes. So demonstrators, the PDF was posted last week. And so you've been able to see everything. And if you are a demonstrator and you can pre-order starting July 1st, typically we're able to order everything from the catalog. Right. Sometimes host items are available. Sometimes they're not to pre-order. But everything else, unless there's some inventory issues, usually we're allowed to order like one of each or two or three of consumables. So that's super excited. I've got to make out my list.
I mean, I do too. Celebration also.
Yes. So Celebration will be when the catalog launches in August and September, but demonstrators on their pre-order can pre-earn Celebration.
Yes, we can.
Oh my gosh, how do I keep forgetting about that? I guess it's just because it's different and new that we have a second Celebration.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So exciting. So what's going on? It's a busy weekend.
Oh, it truly, truly is. First of all, I'm hoping this new video kind of and lighting arrangement kind of works out. I feel so bad, all the blurriness from the other one. I've got a different camera. So I'm hoping that last week's video and this week's video are going along smoothly. So you'll just have to let me know if there's still issues, I guess. So yeah, big weekend. Father's Day is over. But we have, later on this afternoon, your cousin, my niece, Louise, and her, Nina, and her husband, Luis, and their kids, and Luis's mother will be here for dinner. And Yvonne's coming over from Muskegon, so she'll be here. Our grandson, Miles, is coming, so here. I mean, coming, he's here. And his mom will come on Monday to pick him up. And gosh,
that's a lot of buzzing around.
It really is. And Marinella, we've seen her a couple times during her visit. She's been here for several weeks, but I don't know when we'll get to see her again. So we wanted to have her over one more time before. So originally we were supposed to have him over on Nina's birthday, which was last weekend, but that just didn't work out. So anyway, doesn't matter. And then, gosh, then it'll be like the 4th of July. And then in a couple weeks, Dad and I are going to pack up the dogs and we're going to head to Champaign to visit with you guys and the grandkids, because Miles and Maddie will be there for cousin time.
I'm super excited. Well, today, actually, we're going to visit some of Jim's cousins that we haven't seen in a few years.
It's
been a while since we've had some cousin time with them. So we're super excited to have a little barbecue and just a little afternoon visit. It's just not very far from here to go. So it's so good to gather again and to see family again. And we're really excited for your visit in a couple of weeks. And we'll be able to do this together, like in person instead of over Zoom.
Yes, we will. It'll be exciting.
It will be so much fun.
It will be fun. Holy cow.
Are you ready to jump in? Should we share our projects?
We can, sure.
All right, I'm going to spotlight your desktop. Let me hear.
Okay.
So you can tell us about the product that we are featuring today.
Okay. All right. So today we are featuring the designer series paper called Pattern Party. And you can find it on page 171 in your annual catalog. And this is a host benefit, and Stampin' Up! Has not done this before. There's actually 3 stamp sets. Let me find my stamp sets here, and designer series paper. So we're going to focus on the paper today, but I just wanted to kind of share with you. This stamp set is called Prince and Princess. Oh, I got a glare.
Perfect right there.
Okay. So it's got a swan, which, Noni absolutely loves swans, and frogs and some things to go with it and some great little sayings. So that is a host benefit stamp set. And then the other one that I have, because I don't have them all, is natural textures. And so it's a set of 4 that can give you some fun backgrounds. And on page 170, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's used one of the patterns and created this little background with some of the hanging plants. So that's kind of fun. I do not have Better Places, which is kind of a scene. Julie, you don't have this one either, right?
I don't have that one either, but I don't know why. It's so pretty. I need to just put it on my next order. So why don't you tell people how they can earn these host items?
Well, you can host a party of 150 or more. That's the minimum to qualify for a party. And then you can, earn. These are discounted prices. For example, this Better Places, the retail value is $20 and you can pick it up for $12. I mean, that's a great deal, right?
Yeah. And that's a host only price.
That's a host only, yes. Yeah. Or you can place a qualifying order of $150 or more, and you can earn the host only benefits as well. So that's real exciting.
That's so awesome. So with the host rewards, you don't have to choose those. You can choose whatever you want, but you have the option to get those at a discounted price. Okay, so this pattern paper, like I think you're right. I don't remember them ever doing a designer paper for a host gift. And this one is huge. I don't know if you have your whole pack out, but it's gigantic.
I do. Well, actually I don't, but let me just kind of read the description here. So it's 12 by 12 paper. I cut it down to 6 by 6 so I can show you all the different patterns. But there are 48 sheets in this pack. Woo! 48. There's 4 each of 12 different designs. And of course, each paper is double-sided. So I'll show you both sides of that. And the price is $18.
That's like 4 packages of regular paper.
Yeah. 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 And if you think about it, it's, if it was 4 packs of regular, that's what, $11.50 a pack? 44 for $46, and you're getting all that for 18.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So awesome.
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the paper. Okay, so I'm going to get this one out of the way for a minute. So there are, like I said, there are 12 designs, and so I'm just going to try to fan them. No, I'll do them individually. So there's this real pretty pink striped and some little tiny scallops. So I hope you can all see it. It looks like I'm doing okay with this camera.
Yeah, I think so.
And some, I guess this is almost like, well, it's like stamped with Versamark or something, or color on color. And the fun thing about this paper is that you will find how it coordinates with various stamps in the catalog.
Yeah.
So there's some hearts. I love these little hearts. I think that was one of the first papers I used. And here's some, looks like Midnight Madness, kind of the same thing, kind of a tone on tone.
Misty Moonlight.
Misty Moonlight. What did I say? Midnight Madness. Well, yeah. That's like a couple weeks ago, I was saying early evergreen, and it's evening evergreen. And I kept saying it, and I just was, yeah. Anyway, some of these cool polka dots. And here's some Granny Apple Green, one of my favorite colors. Mm-hmm. And this little stripe. And this animal print. And these fun little flowers, man, I just love this. This reminds me of like the 60s and the flower child and, you know.
That one's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. And then some more scallops. So the back side of this is they're all black and white. So we've got some leaves that you can color or not. We've got some open dots. We've got some like herringbone, and this reminds me of chicken feet.
Oh, I
to
totally
go with like
see
the
that.
birthday
Yes.
chick. And some little dots, white on black. Some little dots, black on white. Some of this funky little design. And I love this. I love this.
Like
And some
cross
black
patch.
and white striped. I just love this paper. I love all of it, both sides.
Black
Look
and
at
white
this
paper is always
buffalo.
so popular. Like I love that we have so many different black and white
Yeah.
patterns in this pack.
And buffalo check, it's still big. It's still a big deal here. And this pretty little pattern, not even sure what to call it. And then a white background with some just lines of little polka dots. So there's still one more sheet that I haven't shown you yet, because that's the one that I'm going to share for my project. So let me bring it over here. So I love this. I love these different stripes. All these bright colors reminds me of summer. And so I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to use. And then I flipped it over and saw flowers. And daisies are my favorite flower. I also did a card with this one. So I'm going to show you 2 cards made with each side of this paper. So
I love it. Did you have some samples to share?
Oh my gosh, I most certainly did. Thank you, Julie. So this is a card that I made for Al for our wedding anniversary back in April.
I love that.
So I just used the heart duo punch. True love stories last forever. I mean, we were married 47 years in April. So anyway, I handed it to him and he went, "Oh, thanks." And I said, "Okay, I'll give it back." So he's so funny. And so this one was a swap that I got in Maui, and it's from Bente Snow. I think that's how to pronounce her name. I'm not sure. Bente, Bente Snow. I don't know where she's from. But she did this cute little penguin, which after I saw yours, Julie, your cards that you made with this, I bought it because I
the party puffins.
The party puffins, not penguins, puffins. But I was showing you this card because the designer series paper behind it. But it's really a cute card. There's a lot going on. I mean, she's embossed everything and colored it with blends, and has a tag and some twine. So I thought this was fun. But I thought this would be a fun game, and I still might do it with my team. It's like, how many cards can you find in the catalog that use some of this paper? Right? Wouldn't that be a fun thing to do?
There are probably a lot.
Yeah. So on page 119, there's this striped paper here. And I believe this little scallopy one is also one.
And is that black and white stripes in the right corner?
Right corner.
Like
here?
Nope.
Right corner.
The card right by the scalloped card.
No, it's not black and white. No. Sorry, Jay. I was like, what are you talking about, girl? There's some of the
color on my screen is off.
There's some of the pink animal print here.
Yes, so cute.
And I think I am going to do that. I'm going to challenge my team members. And here's some of the buffalo check, black and white. So there's a lot of samples. Oh, look, here's some more here on these little boxes too. The open dots. I think I missed that my first time through. I better make sure I have an accurate count on how many projects are.
Well, there's those hearts again.
Yeah, there's the hearts. And looks like the little scalps under this guy too. So there are lots of samples if you look using that paper. Nope. Oh, this is one I forgot to take my little things off from last week. Anyway, so those are some samples in the catalog that showcase the designer series paper. So Jules, you're going to start while I set up.
All right. Let me.
And I better set up instead of just watching you this time, right?
I grabbed this paper pack just so I could show you like how big this is. It's so gigantic. I still can't believe how much paper comes in there. Well,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is finding good card layouts. So the card I'm going to share today uses this card layout. Now, every other week I challenge our team to do a card using a different layout. So this is the layout that I guess it's been 2 weeks ago now. So if you're on our team, it's not too late. You can still post a card by June 30th for this challenge. And so I always include like some measurements and then just sort of a layout. So this is the layout that I'm creating with today. And I have several different cards because I couldn't decide. There are just so many good patterns in this paper pack. So I'm going to show you one card and then share a few more samples using other patterns from the paper. So I am using those cute little party puffins because they're just so stinking cute. This was available on the demonstrator pre-order, and I really have had a lot of fun with this set. So using my card layout, I have 2 panels that I'm going to make with designer paper. And these are super easy measurements. So you can do this very easily at home. The first one is 1.5 inches by 5. And then the second panel is 2 inches by 5. And with these measurements, you should be able to evenly space them with the same amount at the top and the bottom and the side. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the card and just sort of centering them from top to bottom and from the side. And then I am using some other pieces. I've got this, I didn't add the measurement over here, but this cardstock piece is the same from the layout. This is 1 inch by 3 1/4. And so that's I'm gonna make this go down just a little bit. And then I'm going to I already stamped my little puffin on, which dies did I use? The So Sentimental dies with the scallop rectangles. There's also some really great scallop rectangles in the contour dies. But for this one, I'm using those, what are they called? Stitched So Sweetly dies. They carried over. So this is going to go, I'm going to push it over to the right side a little bit. And then I want to do a little sentiment. And so I wanted to show you this part because I am going to do something. Let's do the punching first. I wanted to create a smaller punch shape for the sentiment, which is "You are the best." And we don't have a lot of like small punches. So I'm going to use this larger one called Everyday Label Punch. And I'm going to punch, I don't even need to punch the whole thing. I'm going to punch the, just the end of it. And then I have my little Post-its. I cut them in half. So this is easy for these pieces that you need to just be able to stick back in. I got to think about how to put this in. Okay. So then I'm going to take it and of course, it was so much easier when I didn't have anybody watching. I'm going to kind of move it like this so I can get the same bumps at the bottom, but create a smaller tag.
Nice.
Okay. So I used that big Everyday Label Punch to create a smaller shape that has the same decorative edges. I don't want the long sides though, so I'm just going to customize it a little bit more with my scissors and cut straight across.
Nice.
So I really love this little shape because it incorporates this half circle, just like the scallops in the designer paper. And that will fit my sentiment without being too bulky for the rest of the card. So I'm just going to stamp "You're the best." And it fits on there just perfectly. Now, originally I tried to stamp it first and then punch it, and it's just a lot easier to do the punching first. So to finish off my card, I'm gonna bring it in here. I added just some twine behind that little tag, and I added that with Stampin' Dimensionals. So there's the first card using this awesome layout. And then I used the same designer paper measurements to create some other cards. So I've got this one.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm using the same dies again, plus the coordinating So Sentimental stamp set. And here is another one with the black and white. Same die and same stamp set. I added some ribbon back there, the glittered organdy ribbon. I thought that would be really perfect for like a wedding. And then I've got one more card. That's my favorite paper. It is just so summery and fun, like you were saying, with the different colors. We've got real red, flirty flamingo, crushed curry, and that awesome granny apple green. So for this one, I used the new In Symmetry stamp set for the flowers. And then this has a coordinating punch, and those are bundled together. So that's what I used to punch the leaves.
You're gonna make me want to buy that stamp set. Oh, I got it.
Oh, you need it. You need it. It's
No.
so fun. And the paper is awesome too. So even though like these are not a perfect match to the flowers, I thought they were close enough. Because like you said, I feel like the paper in this, what is it called? Pattern Play. It
Yeah.
really coordinates with so many different things from the catalog. So you can get so many looks. All of this came from the same paper pack, one card layout, and then you just change up the colors and change up the patterns, and you've got totally different looks.
Yeah.
Before I switch back to you, I have some card samples to share. I pulled from my swap box as well to share some more cards with you. So this one is by Tracy Jacobs, and she used the stripe paper. And then the new, I don't remember the name of that stamp.
Color and Contour.
Yes, Color and Contour. It goes with those other dies I was talking about. And then the biggest stamp set. And then this one is by Dina Ricow, and she used the stripe paper. And I just love the simplicity of this white die cut against the colored designer paper. Like so quick and easy and summery and fun. Here's one that I made for a swap using the shaded summer stamp set. And I just used a little bit of that black and white stripe. Like the black and white designs are so versatile, and you can mix and match them with a pop of color like I did here, or, you know, I think just put them with anything. We actually use the same color here, polished pink and black. But
I love that combination.
Yeah,
so
you
fresh.
can mix the black and white with anything though, any little pop of color.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready? I think you did a black and white something, didn't you?
I did. Well, kind of, sort of.
Let's replace.
All right.
Here's
All
your
right. So I have this mess right here, right? Okay. So I am using, I pulled out, like I said, I wanted to use the striped paper, and I just thought immediately of the sweet ice cream set, especially since the paper is going away. I wanted to have some paper. And then I think this is a hidden gem. And these are the basic border dies. And I really especially like this one, and that's the one I use. So you get 6 different borders that you can use to create. So what I did was I took some, in this case, this is Granny Apple Green, and I simply took, well, I can show you. I'm not going to, I didn't want to watch while I die cut all this and make everybody wait. But so this is just a card half, and I went up about an inch on either side. I just kind of eyeballed it, but you know, if you need to just make a little pencil mark. And so you're going to cut that. So you have this little flap. And then I just took some of the designer series paper and kind of did the same thing. And I had the measurements out on this, and I've forgotten what this is. I think this was a 4x5, but they're somewhere on my table. Anyway, I kind of did the same thing. I went up about an inch and die cut that. And then it adhered that on, and I felt it needed something else. So I took a longer strip. This is 1.5, and you want to find, I wanted it to kind of meet up where this was. So what I did was I just kind of cut a longer piece and just tried to find where maybe they matched. Somewhere, did I grab the wrong piece? I may have grabbed the wrong piece.
No, I think go over to the right a little bit. I think it lined up. Yeah.
No, because that doesn't line up. but I did, and I don't know where that little piece is. But anyway, I'll show you the finished card.
Try
So
turning it
once you line
around.
it up-
No, would that work? That way?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, yay!
Julie, you're brilliant. So, so then what I did was I lined it up, and then I just took a pencil mark. I don't know if you can see my little tiny pencil marks.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
that I could cut that off so that it matches perfectly on there.
That's so smart. Like I would not think of that, and then my stripes wouldn't line up, and it would drive me crazy.
I won't tell you about the first one I made where they didn't line up. I went, oh. So then I just have a smaller piece of white that I stamped an inside greeting on. And so to make the ice cream cone, and I don't know, we probably all showed this a gazillion times, right? But I don't know, and I didn't put foam underneath this again. So we'll see. It may not work out real well. But I brought out the punch. So this is a bundle. Or I don't know, it's not bundled anymore, is it?
Well, it definitely is in the mini catalog for a couple more days.
For a couple more days.
See if it's in the annual.
Yeah, because some of the bundles even carried over, which was kind of a surprise. But anyway, so I stamped off on cinnamon cider and then stamped my cone and then took the waffly design, which is somewhere. Oh, I don't know where it went. This happens to me every week. I swear, here it is, right in front of me. Okay. And then I want to make sure I'm in camera. Just to give it a little depth, it could have been stamped better. And then that gets punched out. And then the ice cream cones. So let me get rid of this stamp set. I used a Flirty Flamingo and a Coastal Cabana because those are two colors that are in the paper. And I stamped off my ice cream cone because I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. And cleaned it. Yeah, there it is, all the way over here. And then I did the same thing with the Flirty Flamingo. As I stamped off once. And then on the Flirty Flamingo, I took some early espresso because I love chocolate sprinkles and stamped some sprinkles on my cone and then punched these guys out, which I'm not going to do that, I don't think. And I'll just show you the finished card once I get these out of the way. So you punched them out and I have another piece here that I stamped. I think it went this way. And I stamped happy birthday. And this is from the, what's the grandkid one?
You're a grandkid?
You're a grandkid.
Yeah.
Yep. And I stamped that in Flirty Flamingo, or I'm sorry, Coastal Cabana, and put it on here. So let me I feel like we're running out of time here. Oh, well, good, Susan. How many times
you just
have you
put your
guys done
finger
that?
in it?
I did. I did. And so now I have early espresso under my thumbnail.
Oh my gosh. I hate that those pads, they just don't have much of a lip. Like there's
not
much to grab.
And I've actually torn a pad running my nail under it.
What?
Yeah. Got a big gouge in an ink pad. I had to replace it. Let me show you. Let's hope I don't have ink left on my hands. So let me show you the finished one. Let me just slide all that stuff out of the way. So here it is, finished.
Oh, so cute.
So happy birthday. And then just the cone kind of goes off. And then on the inside, I just said with sprinkles on top.
Oh.
And stamp some sprinkles along the side.
I love it.
So that is, that's that card. And I just love it. I had so much fun making it.
It's so summery.
It is. It is. Okay, so I am going to get this stuff out of the way to show you my second card. And again, what I used for the second card was the flip side of that paper. And the greeting is from Color and Contour. It's the happy birthday. And maybe it's not.
So very happy for you.
No, I'll show you what I did. Man, oh man.
Is it the happy birthday you just had out? I think you
might have been.
You slid it away. That one
Yep,
is
I
from
probably did.
Peaceful Moments.
Peaceful Moments. Thank you, Julie. But I love this color and contour. And so what I used, this is why I had it out, is I used the scallop contour dies. And I love this big frame. And it just slid in and out of my die cut and embossing machine so nicely. And then I just cut a piece of this designer series paper, the back side of the stripes, and I colored them with blends. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to show you, because I was playing a little bit, and I just used basic white thick cardstock, but I pulled out my chalks.
Oh, yeah.
And when I first got them, I was doing a live for the catalog launch, and I was really struggling with these. It was like I couldn't get them to color. And so I watched a couple videos, including yours, Julie. And so just very quickly, I just want to go through the colors because I won't remember them, I'm sure. So we have Granny Apple Green. This says Night of Navy, but I'm thinking it might be, it looks more Pacific Point to me, maybe. I don't know. Coastal Cabana, so Mossy Meadow, Gorgeous Grape. I want to say this is Poppy Parade.
Yeah.
And then Daffodil Delight, and then
Mango Melody.
Mango Melody. So those are in here. So we have a nice variety of these colors. And there's a variety of ways you can use them. So what Julie did, which I thought was pretty clever, because she is a clever girl. She just took, well, let me do a Poppy Parade because it's nice and bright. And she just took some chalk and put it on some grid paper. I used a scrap paper, and then I used the watercolor brush and made sure there was some water, and then just picked up some of the color and then just colored it and just pushed the color around on the paper. And you can get as light or as intense. You can always add more color, but you can't really take it away. So if you let it dry a little bit and want to add another layer of color, you can do that. So, but you have to let this dry before you kind of do anything else with it. And then I just kind of rub that off. But you can also take a dauber.
Sponge dauber.
And you can dauber some on. This might take a little bit of work to get it going. And that actually, let me do the same thing. And some people actually take their scissors and they scrape some off on there. That's probably not the best color to use. So let me find a pair of scissors somewhere in here real quick. I haven't tried this, so I'm doing this on camera, so bear with me.
Like I'm trying to figure out what you mean.
They just scrape some off, like on a block.
Okay.
And
then you just have more concentrated powder to grab.
Yep.
Okay.
And so then that gives you a little bit more. You can also take, I used to do cotton swabs. We used to sell the Stampin' Pastels in gosh, I don't even know how many colors there were. 12, 15, 18, 20, whatever.
Yeah, like 40. I think all the colors. 40? Yeah, I just had it out when I did my video. And it was
right, you did.
All the colors.
Yeah, and I mine have been long gone, but I missed them because I loved coloring with pastels. And so again, you can use a blender brush. You can use a Q-tip, a little cotton swab. Anyway, I just wanted to show that this was another alternative to what we have. And I'm not going to continue on with that to do this whole strip, but you kind of get the idea, right? If you have questions, you can leave us a comment and we'll be happy to answer any of them, since both Julie and I have kind of figured this out now. At least I have, I hope. Okay.
I love that we can customize the black and white side of this designer paper and really
absolutely
do it any color that any color that you want, multiple colors.
Yeah, yes. And so what I did, I'm just gonna grab some fresh freesia. Again, I'm not gonna do this whole sheet, but I just grabbed a bunch of different colors. And so on this, I started with my dark blend, and it gives some natural shading lines right here, right? And so then I took the light one and then just push that color around. Sometimes I go in a burnishing, but you can also just push it right over the dark to give it some shading and some different colors. I just love playing with blends. It seems like I always, find another way to use them. And sometimes in the real small areas, you only need one color.
Yeah.
And it's just so vibrant. But when you have a chance to do some shading, and I don't know if you can see it real well, but you can see the darker and just kind of gets pushed out over the light. So I did that on this whole piece of paper. And this is what I came up with.
Oh, I love it.
So I used blends on all of them, and then just stamped a happy, ooh, what did I get on there? A happy birthday, and just made it kind of simple. I mean, it was a real simple, easy card to do. Well, I didn't stamp anything on the inside of this one, but anyway, so this was a fun one to do too. And again, I mean, I just love the paper. This, I was so excited when I saw it, and I couldn't believe the price point on it. And anyway, so those are my projects.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm going to get this out of the way.
Let me switch the cameras back.
All right.
There you are.
Hello.
Add spotlight. Okay, so, oh my gosh, we really shared a lot of projects today.
We did. I felt like we've been talking for like an hour.
I don't think it's quite been an hour, but with what are there 24 different patterns in this paper pack? Yeah. There's just so many different ways to use it, whether you're using a card layout like I shared today, or you're customizing the black and white sides like Mom shared. I'll let you hold that one up. Oh, and your ice cream card. You gotta talk so the camera shows your stuff.
Okay, so yes. So yeah, the color, there we go. I'm trying to get this so that it's showing it. But anyway, yes, it was fun doing both of these cards. And I almost didn't want to stop. I almost just wanted to keep going making cards, but I thought, okay, no, we'll be here until tomorrow.
Well, I think we gave people a lot of ideas. So if you want to get this pattern play, is that what it's called? Pattern play?
Pattern play. Pattern play,
then you can get it. You can choose it with your host rewards when you either host a party that's $150 or more, or you place a personal order that's $150 or more. So I hope that we've inspired you. And I think though you could do all of these ideas with any designer paper. So I hope that we've inspired you to use the designer paper that you have at home, whether it's this one or not.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask, what have you got coming up this week? Because the following week, is that the 4th of July next weekend?
So I got to look at my calendar.
Oh, mine's on my desk.
So next Sunday is the 4th of July. So we will definitely record that ahead of time, but we'll still have Sunday stamping. So be sure to tune in. And I think we've got something special planned for the 4th of July. Like I think a special themed planned.
We do. Should we tell them? Well, obviously, I mean, what happens on the 4th of July, right? Red, white, and blue.
Yes.
So that will be our theme for next Sunday for the 4th of July. And then
between now and then, someone's got a birthday.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Yes,
so
I
happy
do.
Birthday, June 29th,
you.
Which is, what day of the week is that?
I want to say Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually had to move my club, because when I set the club schedule up, I wasn't thinking July 5th was going to be the celebration of the 4th, which is the first Monday.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent an email to my club members and said, oh, I'm so sorry, dumb. So here's some alternate dates. And the majority picked the 28th and 30th. So on either side of my birthday. So it's like, okay.
There you go.
So I said, that's going to be my week starting tomorrow.
Yes. Well,
tomorrow.
What a great way to celebrate your birthday. Stamping with all your friends.
Oh, yeah.
and having some, like, that's just more excuses to have birthday cake, right? Like,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday cake every day this week. That's what I would do for my birthday. I'd be having birthday cake every day.
Well, we're gonna be there for your birthday in a couple of weeks. So
That's true. So we will. I'm just letting you know in advance. We'll have birthday cake every day.
well, just send me a list of the kind of cakes you want so I can shop and be prepared to bake.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, well, let's wrap this up. You
All
have
right.
a great birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday,
you. Love you.
Mom. Love you too. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.